everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Megan, and today I'm discussing the TV series Off Campus on Amazon Prime. So let's get into it. So I just completed episode 1 of this TV show, and I have so many thoughts. Therefore, I'm making this video before I even move on to the other episodes if I choose to finish the series. So the series is based off the book series called, well, it's the Off Campus series. This one's the first book of the series is The Deal. So it's basically about Garrett and Hannah. And I kind of had high expectations going into this because they said that they were going to do it similarly to what they did with Bridgerton by having each book in Bridgerton is about a couple, and this is kind of how it is in the book series, is that the books focus heavily on whatever couple that they decide to focus on. So for this one, it's Hannah and Garrett, and all the other characters are side characters. But I noticed so many changes in this very first episode that I'm a little worried on how it's going to go going forward. And so I wanted to share my thoughts, and then maybe you can let me know at the end whether I should continue with the series or not. And those videos are very different because, like I said, I only watched one episode so far. But I just have so many thoughts on it, especially for people who've read the book. So if you read the book, let me know. I have my whole notebook here full of notes of things that I noticed. So at the very beginning, we see them in their own respective scenes. So you have Garrett that's on ice, and then you have Hannah. I have no idea why Hannah is cleaning at the arena. In the book, she doesn't even have that as a job. In the book, Hannah and Garrett live very separate lives because they're both into their, separate majors and interest. So the fact in the show that they are putting Hannah already in Garrett's world worries me, because the book is about their separate worlds, and it's about them coming together and then bringing their worlds together. Dean and Allie don't even really know each other until their book, until Allie breaks up with her boyfriend and she ends up staying at the guy's house later on, and that's how her and Dean bond. But they're introducing so many characters that don't even need to be introduced yet, and dynamics as well, that I'm just worried that they're kind of getting in over their head with just introducing everyone and bringing people into the story. And they're just I feel like Hannah and Garrett's story is just going to be so hindered this series due to the introduction and the changing of everything. And I'm if it's 8 episodes long, or 8 episodes with 45 minutes per episode, you should be able to fit in a 300 to 400 page book, especially when Hannah and Garrett are the main people. You don't even have to focus so much on the outside characters because it is from Hannah and Garrett's perspective. And so I'm just a little worried, and I don't even know what to do right now. So that's why I'm venting all of this out. One of the things that they changed too is Justin is a musician in this, and Justin has way more screen time. Okay, Justin is barely in the books. He's in the books, he is there, he's present, but in terms of dialogue, there isn't many. And in the book, Justin is a football player. Now, what I wish they would have did was kept him as a football player and kind of talk about the different cultures that hockey players have with football players, because I think they do end up going to one of maybe the football parties or something in the first book. And I think it'd be so cool to explore a little bit of those two sports, maybe that dynamic, because they're both team sports and they're both really well-known sports for different reasons. The guys, hockey players, they're put onto pedestals, but football is just a very popular sport, and you obviously have the lead quarterback, and then you have the lead cheerleader. You have their own stereotypes within that. So it'd be kind of cool to see how they kind of come together, which I think they do in one of the books. And so I was oh, that'd be so cool, because I'm such into sports that it'd be kind of cool to see how they mix together. I am disappointed on how Hannah and Garrett meet in the TV show because, like I said, their worlds are so separate that the only time that they do meet is in class. Like, the scene that they meet in the book is so good, in my opinion, because it does seem kind of realistic if you are in, you know, a classroom setting and you happen to, like, I don't know, like, bump into someone in class, or sometimes you notice someone if they're in like front of the class talking, especially if you have like, I don't know, 50 plus people in a class. So I was kind of shocked that they like really didn't show how Garrett first notices Hannah, especially when the reason that they notice each other is when she stays after, they all have to sign up for, I think, like a study group or something like that. And so he's just kind of contemplating in his chair. And I think she goes up to kind of look for a time, and he kind of notices, he's just like kind of looking around the room, like thinking about how bad his grade is and what he's going to do. And he kind of noticed her, you know, she's, you know, very short. She has like long hair. She like has a sweater on. I think she's wearing leggings. Like, it's very descriptive on his thoughts about her. And that is kind of like how they meet. And I think they like run into each other on the way out or something. And I think he like bumps into her, and that's when he sees like the grade of her paper. And he kind of goes back to the guys and he kind of discusses it with them, I think. I wish they showed all of that, like his thought process on, I'm gonna get this girl to tutor me. And I wish they showed more emotion, because I feel as these hockey players, they're, you know, very astute, they're strong, they're aggressive. Like, even just someone who's playing sports, you're just like, you're gonna do whatever it takes to win. And so in the book, Hannah doesn't give in very easily. Like, he like really has to work to convince her to tutor him. And in return, he sees how enamored she is over this guy, Justin, who she hasn't even spoken to, and is not necessarily a guy she would go for. And so he later brings that into it. So I feel like it was just so easy for her to say yes in this episode, where Hannah is such a strong character. So is Garrett. They're both such strong characters. Like, Hannah is never late. Like, why are they showing her being late to work? Like, she is never late. She has boundaries. She's very studious. Like, she is a hardworking person. And so she's such a catch in the book in that sense, where she's so focused. Like, she has to work on this showcase at the end of the semester, which they bring it up differently in this TV series, but she has to work on this showcase. And so that is her number one priority. She is the one that like helps schedule time for them to get tutoring and all of this other stuff. And Garrett is strong in his own way too. Like, his attitude, the way he carries himself, like, he is confident. I wish he was just like a little bit more direct or a little bit more stern, because that's kind of how he is in the book. He's a very confident person, and he is straightforward and saying like, hey, I need like help on this. Like, I need to get this done. I need this, I need that. And so I feel like they're kind of being shown right now as though like they're not very confident people. And all these characters are very confident. Like, they don't know like what's going to happen at the end until they actually like do it. Like, you kind of don't see Garrett spiral until he starts to have feelings for Hannah. But like, these guys are like strong. Like, why aren't we showing them like being a little bit more strong? Like Dean is very confident. Like, why are you showing Garrett and Kendall having sex in the bedroom, but you can't even show Dean having sex in the chair, which is the very first scene that you meet of him in the book? I'm like, why is Dean not in the chair hooking up with, like, he's always hooking up with some girl. Like, he's always shirtless. He has like blonde hair. I think he has hazel eyes. And like, I'm like, why aren't you showing Dean who he is from the start? You know? Like, Logan, I think, was shown pretty well, at least in this first episode, with him kind of like reassuring Garrett and everything, because that's kind of how he is. But man, I'm just like kind of disappointed in a way so far. And I don't know if I want to continue on, because I am cringing. I'm cringing a little bit at the acting and the writing. I wish this TV series was set 10 years prior. So like early 2010s, like 2014, 2015, I think that's when the book started coming out. I really wish it was set in that time because it was written in that time, you know? And I know they're trying to appease like the Gen Z generation, you know, with the music and the distractions and all of these other things. But I feel like this, the way that it's written and the way the characters are, I was like, oh, this would be great to at least set like 10 or 15 years prior to what is today. Because it's just so different. Like even the clothing, like the wardrobe in this first episode. I'm like, what is going on with the wardrobe in this? Like this is like not how I pictured the wardrobe or anything. I don't know. I think because it was set over 10 years that I thought the TV show would go that way. And so like that essence too has changed. Because the book does go back and forth between Hannah and Garrett, I thought they could have did better in terms of like even directing, like camera angles. Like when she's sitting at the piano, like you can have the camera coming in from behind her, so us as the audience members will be like, oh, okay, this is like her perspective. But they kind of didn't do that. I thought they would have did something similar to how Landon and Jamie are in A Walk to Remember, where their friends are like side characters, the people in their life are side characters, and it fully focuses on how different they are and how Landon has to, you know, be in the drama club and how he has to convince Jamie to, you know, rehearse with him, and how their relationship, their building of their friendship to a romantic relationship was just done so well in that movie. I'm like, oh, they could have did something like this for Garrett and Hannah because they come from two opposite worlds. And then they kind of, once they, you know, tutor and everything and start to become a relationship, then they're, you know, worlds kind of come together. But that's what they could have did. Like everyone else could be like side characters, but I feel like they're just doing too much. Like they're just doing too much. And you know, you're already commissioned for a season 2. Like it's okay to take your time with art. Like you don't have to be in a hurry to like get it all done, to like write it all out. Like take the time to make it good. Like it could be so good. Because, like I said, you have the two main characters spend 8 hours diving into those characters and making some of those pivotal scenes be in the show. Like, it's just frustrating when there's so many books that are being made into TV series that have these movie-like budgets. And it's like, take the time to really think about what you're doing and understand all this money is probably the shareholders' monies. And it doesn't care as long as it's being made and it's getting the views, but sometimes there's nothing wrong with taking the time to, you know, get it right in a way. One of the shows I watched last year on YouTube is called Full Ride. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but it is so good. It's made by Pat Shea. It's about his experience in college hockey. It is so good. It's so relatable. They have the hockey lingo. You got the hockey nicknames, which, by the way, there's no hockey nicknames. Like, I don't even know if they had nicknames in the book now thinking about it. But there's, like, always some type of vocabulary or nicknames that hockey players have. And so as we were watching that show last year and now watching this show and, like, watching hockey and interviews and the way hockey players talk, and it's, like, not even how it is in the show. So, I think that's kind of funny as well. So many things that I'm, like, disappointed in the first episode. And I'm sorry to complain, but if anybody is out there watching this, and let me know if I'm crazy or let me know if I should continue on, because I don't know if I want to sit through this train wreck. I honestly don't. I kind of wish I never read the books now, just because so I can have, you know, that impartial viewing experience. But I always like to read things before I watch them. And so this one, I don't know. It's just in the, I guess, lost column for me right now. That's all I have on my review of Off Campus so far. Please let me know if I should continue watching it. I think I need a day to recuperate from what I just watched. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.